What's up? I'm Nevaeh, and you're watching Nevaeh's Chick. And on today's episode, I'm going to be talking about part 2 of self-love, which is balance. Finding your balance, finding your normal, finding your safe haven, if you will. And to do that, you have to have awareness. Like I said in step 1, you have to be aware of what is off balance to know how to get it back to balance, to balancing. I think that's how you say it. And to do that, you have to take care of yourself. Part of self-love is taking care of yourself, but taking care of yourself a little bit extra than you would have before. And I say that because we weren't taught to love ourselves. We weren't taught to indulge in ourselves. We weren't even taught to understand ourselves. We were just taught how to take care of others. And I know that's obnoxious because I've been through it. So let's really talk about it. Balance is understanding, and understanding is very hard to do when you don't know where to start. I gave you awareness, I gave you balance, and there will be more videos to give you, but these are the two important, the most important parts of self-care. Finding awareness and balance, because awareness shows you where the problems lie and why you need them, and balance is how you get back to a normal or create a new normal for yourself. And to do so, you have to figure out what is a positive way to teach yourself new things or replace old habits and allow yourself to grow, and where you grow best and how you grow best and how you learn best and how you treat yourself the best without getting too overwhelmed or caught up in other people or other things. Because sometimes when you're not doing what you think you need to do for yourself, you start to do those things for others and put yourself last. You aren't last. You shouldn't be last in your own life, because it's your life, it's your experience, it's your memories, it's your view. You get what I'm saying? It's you. It's all should be based on you and what you like and what you dislike. And I know sometimes there's parts of your life that you don't know what that is yet, but you're supposed to discover it and not let it come to you, if that makes sense. You're supposed to go to it. And by doing that, you have to find a balance. So instead of being 100% spontaneous, you have to find certain times to plan things. That's just one example, but you have to find the right balance, because you can't just be 1,000% spontaneous. You'll run out of things to do, ideas and stuff. I'm saying you have to make sure that there is balance enough where you're no, I have the money to be spontaneous, or no, I have the space or the time or any of the things that you would need for that. You have to do for yourself, or plan for yourself is what I mean. My dog almost dropped my plants. She hates when I'm on when I'm filming. But like I was saying, you have to find your balance. And to find your balance, you have to find out what works for you. And to find out what works for you, you have to first know what doesn't. So you have to go through the motions of figuring out where your balance is when it's coming to health, when it's coming to mental, physical, emotional, spiritual health, the spiritual, emotional, mental body. You know what I'm saying? All of those things, you have to find your balance. You have to find your balance when it comes to new ideas and new projects, because some people like myself start new projects, start 1,000 new projects, and have none of the old ones finished. So you have to figure out which ones to work on first to then get them all finished, which takes forever. Balance and discipline. I've already done a video on self-discipline, but this is finding the balance. And to find the balance, you have to experience disbalance, imbalance. I was like, wait, you have to find imbalance. Oh, she's looking at me so grumpy on the couch right now. have to feel uncomfortable to find you're comfortable, if that makes sense. So you have to balance your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health. And sometimes your balance is knowing that you don't have to process that information in the moment. You can take that emotion or that information and hold on to it until you have time to experience or feel or think that through. But do not hold it forever, is what I'm saying. You have to have an actual plan and stick to it so that you can trust yourself and you know that you have your own back enough to keep doing this, or to trust yourself, or to even just allow yourself to feel peaceful. Because if you can't trust yourself, you're never going to feel at peace. If you don't feel comfortable enough to think about your own emotions or like your own experiences, you're not going to have peace. And so, and understanding that when there's imbalance in like emotions or mental health or any of that, you bring it up to your perspective. Like, your mind will bring up what it is, but you're not listening or paying attention enough, aware enough to understand that that's why it's brought up. And I think I said that in awareness, I'm not sure, but that's why it's brought up. It's brought to your attention so that you could figure out why you decided to think about this right now, or why you're so fixated on this. It's breaking it down to find out where the imbalance was. You're finding the issue to then find the solution to present yourself with. And I know this sounds like a lot of rambling. I don't know, actually, no. I don't know if it sounds like a lot of rambling. I know it feels like a lot of rambling, but I feel like you guys are getting the point. When I say you have to find your own, and I know with all my self-love videos, they're like so vague, all of them, but for self-love, you kind of have to talk to the person. And since I can't like personally talk to every single person that watches my videos about their own experiences through the screen, I have to be vague so that you can apply it to your own life and put it in context with your own life, which is actually intelligence. The definition of intelligence is, oh dang, it's learning something and applying it to your own life, like learning how to apply something to something else, I believe. Like, taking information and applying it, I guess that's what you'd say. Or finding information and applying it. I'm not sure. Now I'm just rambling about intelligence, but you have to find out which parts of my self-love videos, what parts of them you resonate with and what makes sense to you, and what, like, oh, that makes a lot of sense, or oh, I needed to hear that so that I could do this for this area in my life, or so that I can apply this for all areas of my life. If it's here because of this, if it's here, you have to piece together the puzzle. I'm just handing you the reference photo, basically. And I also wanted to talk about, this video is kind of short, huh? I wanted to talk about the fact that I also teach self-love through just loving myself, so that people see that and try it themselves, if that makes sense. Because your energy is effective. Like, just being yourself is so raw that it will inspire or invoke or just light someone's, even just make someone think, oh yeah, let me do this. Like, that, it's kind of like all goes together. So if I'm not like constantly posting on like on my Instagram like self-love and stuff, it's still inspiring people. Just to let you know, I'm not just, anyways. Like, I'm not just posting myself, like I'm still teaching self-love through loving myself, if that makes sense. So yeah, I know this video is a little short, but it's because everything I say has to be vague, because I'm not talking to a specific person. I'm talking to a lot of people who have to apply it in their own lives accordingly. And if you can't apply it accordingly, then you're not ready for the information, really. Also, balance is also learning how to heal. Learning that you need healing. Being aware that you need healing to then heal it yourself. And only you know how to heal it yourself. Which you have to try with trial and error. As I said earlier with the balance. So I hope this video helps. It's a little vague, but I really hope it helps, and I hope you understand what I'm talking about. And what should I say today? Take the time to learn who you are, what you like, what you dislike. Find your balance. That should be Find your balance. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.